Hi everybody, welcome back for another video. You know, pepper balls are fine and dandy, they have their place, but I would not use them against someone with a firearm. Let me show you why. Stay tuned. You'll see in this video, it's a police are arriving on the scene. There's a body cam video showing a driver and a passenger. The passenger is the guy who has the Pepperball VKS. He's got it loaded with pepper balls because you'll see later that there are pepper balls being fired. The suspect is down the road just a little way. They've got a roadblock. He can't come any further. It's a rural area, so there's not really any harm to bystanders. But you don't want to shoot the guy, so they're going to try the pepper balls first. And I think it's very informative for us to be able to see how these less lethal devices can work on a person in a real life situation. And I'm going to try to bring you more of these. I've got a lot of these in the queue. And I'm just trying to go through and look at the video very carefully and understand what's going on so I can explain to you the pros and cons of using your less lethal under this situation A or situation B. And obviously every situation is fluid. There's a lot of changing. So it's very subjective, but I want to be able to capture real world scenarios because I think a lot of us do live in sort of a fantasy world of thinking that our less lethal at a particular joule range is magically going to solve the situation, and if we get above a certain joule range, all our worries will be gone. Well, I think the reality is it's a gradient, and I think there are situations where what you think might work doesn't work, and some situations where what you think is going to obviously fail will work. So it's very specific for any individual situation. In this particular situation, a guy with a gun and you have a pepper ball launcher, would you do that? Well, they have police backup, they had firearm backup, so you have that option. So it should be very informative, I think, for us to see, to discuss, and to think about these types of situations. So let's roll the video and then I'll walk you through it.
Just let me know.
So here we are, they're approaching the scene. The guy's asking how close they should get. Once they get close enough, the officer on the right-hand passenger side is going to get out, and you can see there his mag. That is obviously a Pepperball VKS magazine, and he looks like he had a hopper. You can catch a glance there that there's a hopper on there, and he's ready to fire the shots. But you know, you see what happens. The guy with the gun just immediately fires back. And that's a pretty serious situation. Now you can't really see the guy down on the ground there with this camera angle. I zoomed in a little bit now. I think you can see a cloud of pepper all around the person down there. Now watch this different angle right here. Here you see the shots, you see the cloud, and he fired back. So it was just enough for him to get off one shot. And this is another angle right here. You can see and listen. So you can see how he was shot. Paramedics came, took him to the hospital, and he later died. So it was unsuccessful in this particular case to stop him. But they got their shots at his feet just exactly like you would want. That was textbook. They created the cloud. But when you're dealing with a person with a firearm, the reality is, even though the pepper is now going to rise and you're just stimulating the situation to escalate one way or the other. Either the person is going to have a change of heart, a change of mind. The burning is going to get in their eyes, and they're going to say, they did not want to die. But you have a lot of people who are just willing to battle to the end, and I've seen this over and over in many videos. And this guy fired a shot, and as soon as you fire that shot, they fire back, and they got him right away. So he went down, and you can see him falling down in the video. It was definitely a Pepperball VKS. I slowed down the video and looked at it really closely. You can see the handguard with the yellow handguard. You can see the hopper. You can see the mag. It was a Pepperball VKS, and that's really good distance. You can see they will reach out, and they put those balls right exactly where you want them. They were right at the feet. They created a nice cloud. And had this been a person who was not a determined individual, they might have surrendered and give up and got a change of mind. But I fully believe if you're using pepper balls and it is a determined individual who is out to cause you harm, it is really something that people can fight through. Now, certain people are going to be more susceptible than others, but if that person is mentally unstable, if that person is on drugs, There are a lot of things that interfere with the action of the chemical irritant in the PepperBalls. The pava powder, it acts on receptors throughout your body, especially in your skin and within your lungs, and you breathe it in and you get all these effects. And those are what deter you. I'm going to do a separate video on PepperBalls later. I'm going to talk a little bit about some of the chemistry and some of the biology, because I think there's a lot that most people don't understand about the chemical effects of PepperBalls. But for the sake of this discussion, I just want to point out that the pepper powder is not going to work on everyone either. This guy obviously was ready to die, and I think that's unfortunately that is a common thing that I'm seeing as I'm studying a lot of these body cam videos. I'm finding that it's not uncommon for people who don't care. You can hit them with the less lethals and they really are going to really ignore it for the most part. I have not seen a lot of evidence of pain compliance where it was just so painful that the person just fell down and said, I can't take it anymore. So I think we just need to gauge our understanding of our less lethals and what we want to accomplish with them, and use these types of scenarios and these types of videos to train our thinking about what's the right thing to use at the right time. So I'm going to continue to bring you these, and I hope they're informative. For now, everybody take care, and we'll see you in the next one.